Trump isn't used to being on the other end of the phrase, "You're fired." Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Ashley Anderson, in for Morgan Fogarty. NBC Universal cut ties with Trump today. Univision ended its relationship with him last week. The two networks also will not air the Miss USA and Miss Universe pageants, which are co-owned by Trump and NBC Universal. Those are coming up in about 2 weeks. The decisions come after Trump criticized Mexico and said the country is not sending its best people across the border. The Donald still stands by his comments.
I knew that NBC's stance on immigration is very weak. They're very weak on immigration. So I said, when I'm strong on immigration, when I'm very, very strong on it, I could see NBC coming out politically, because maybe it's good for them.
Trump also said he would have a great wall put up between Mexico and the U.S., but make Mexico pay for it. That brings us to our question of the night. Should Donald Trump have been fired for his comments on immigration? Let's take it to our crew, a.k.a. the Edgitators. Matt Harris from the Matt and Ramona Show on 107.9 The Link, comedian QCB from WFNZ Sports Radio, and Mecklenburg County GOP chairman and all of our favorite Republicans, Curtis Watkins. Did you put that in the prompter?
I don't know how that got in there at all.
Who taught him how to use the computer?
You guys gave me access.
My favorite.
I love it. I love it. All right. So what do you guys think? Should he have been fired for his comments on undocumented?
Yes. Well, not only fired from anything. What's he fired from? The Apprentice and Miss Universe.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is he in?
It's like a $12 million contract.
Yes. You have to fire him. He's not there to give his opinion on the Apprentice. He's a showmanship. You're fired. And so when you give crappy, weirdo, racist opinions, and all you are is a host of some show, it's different than he's a political commentator, then you got to go. But the only people that hate him more than Mexico are Republicans right now. They can't stand the guy, I'm sure, at this particular moment.
We'll get to that.
You know what, Donald Trump, he's just a rich moron. That's all it is. I'm tired of Trump like I'm tired of the Kardashians. Look, Trump is the type of guy that likes his name in the lights. He likes to be in front of the camera. I mean, he just can't, have his billions of dollars or millions of dollars and have his Trump plazas here and Trump sponsor everything. His name is all over the world. He's made movie cameos. But he just has to continue to get in front of the spotlight, in front of the camera, and say idiotic things. So, of course, he should have been fired.
Curtis?
I guess from a political strategy point of view, I can see where he thinks that having these kind of outlandish comments gets him, this earned media, gets him the ability to get out there and stand out from the crowd. The problem is, in the long run, it's going to be really hard to sustain a campaign by saying such things. You're going to lose a lot of public support. You're going to lose a pretty big voter base. And yes, he should have been fired, because there's no way that NBC or Univision can stand behind comments like that.
Let's take a listen to some of the comments that he made earlier.
You have people coming in, and I'm not just saying Mexicans. I'm talking about people that are from all over, that are killers and rapists. And I mean, they're coming into this country.
Okay, so let me ask this. Could you argue, though, that voters are looking for someone with no BS? He said in his statement that one thing that's really wrong with this country is it's too politically correct. So is it possible that voters would want someone who speaks his mind?
I want him. I would never vote for the guy, but he's certainly going to make the debate more interesting. And what it's going to make interesting is how do the other people respond to him in a debate when he's just saying stuff all over the place. Will they be ready for it? But yeah, you can't stand by somebody like the people can't stand by him for a length of time, like Curtis says. Maybe they can go, that dang right, there's Mexicans, but that's not going to last very long, and that's not too many people.
It's just so much foolishness that comes out of his mouth. Like, he's going to make Republicans turn to Democrats. That's what he's going to do.
Well, hold on now. We're going to slow you roll a little bit here.
You ready to come over?
I'm just saying we're going to slow down a little bit. I will say this. When it comes down to it and you get into the real serious, issues inside of a political campaign, especially running for president, this kind of rhetoric just isn't going to cut it. So, he either needs to back off or he needs to figure out how to have a better message. But what he's doing right now is just not going to resonate with voters.
I can't see Trump backing off.
No.
That's part of what part of his brand.
No,
he's
won't.
happily outlandish and outspoken.
And to the point about voters wanting more direct commentary, perhaps, but not on something like this and in the way that he said it.
And also voters, I don't think, really want it. They want confirmation bias. They want to hear what they already believe, and they want to hear the sound bites. That's why people do it. They think they want to, but not after a while. They really want to. I don't trust those people, those voters.
Good point. Good point. Thanks for that, you guys.